Yes! Yes! I'm starving, but I found some food. This looks nice. I was so fortunate to find a bottle, and I find some water there as well, so it's probably good, right? It looks clean. Of course, I forgot to cook the food before I ate it, so I just need to make a fire. Ow. Blood. Well, at least I got a good house. Hello. Yeah, okay, Robinson is no idiot, but he has no survival skills at all. But luckily, or fortunately, there is a native there who Robinson will call Friday. And Friday will try to aid Robinson in preventing him from doing stupid stuff and maybe teach him a thing or two while he is exploring and fighting animals and even fighting pirates at the end. The game is called Friday. So, let's begin. So, I placed myself with a very small table, and that is intentional, because this game is very small. It's a small table footprint, and especially it's a solo adventure. So this game is for one player only. It is kind of a solitaire, except not. It's a deck builder mechanism. As you see on the table here, there are 3 tiny boards. They are not required, but they will help you to keep order of the stuff, because the game is just a lot of cards. Cards laid out in different ways with some backgrounds. Different backgrounds. Also, you have these tokens here. They represent life. If you ever run out of life and you need more life tokens, you are game over. So to win the game, you need to go through three kind of areas with Robinson, and finally you have to fight the pirates and win. So first you need to separate the cards. In this deck you have the normal Robinson cards, the cards that he is when he comes to the island. Here we have the challenges. The challenges are numbered here from red to green, and on the other side you have a picture of Robinson. So if you overcome the challenge, you will also receive a better skill for the future. So this card deck here represents the current level: green, yellow or red. So green is easy and red is the hardest, of course, and you have to go through all these levels, and then you fight the pirates. So at the beginning of the game you shuffle the pirate deck and draw 2 random pirates, and these are the pirates you will have to face at the end of the game, so you can kind of prepare for what you're going to do. Here in the middle you have the aging deck, and the aging deck are negative cards, which probably have a negative value up here or something bad here, or yeah, they are very bad for you, but they will eventually be shuffled into your deck. You see, all these 3 decks have the same backside. All the rewards cards have some effect here, either a good combat value or a text or both. This one, for instance, has 1 combat value and a double, so this will double the number for another card. Very good to have. This one will allow me to exchange 1 used card with one from a discard pile, so I can just take a good card from a discard pile and exchange it with a lousy card from my draw deck, from my currently drawn cards. Very nice. And a 4 in combat value. So all these cards have useful stuff that you want to have, but you don't want to have all of them in your deck, because then we'll lose control of what's going to happen. Like this one, you have 0. If you draw this and you don't have a discard pile at the moment, it's useless. So you want to have control of this, and this is yet another thing you have to think about in the game. And there's so many choices for such a simple concept, and I really do enjoy this. So the game goes like this. This is the exploration deck. Each round I take 2 cards, flip them up, and I have 2 challenges here. These numbers here, they correspond to the color here, so green. I need to have 0 here and 1 here to be the challenge. So let's say I want this card. Below here I can see the cards or the reward I will get for defeating the challenge. This number here tells me how many cards from this deck I'm able to draw. So right now I just want to fight this challenge because I want extra life. This will give me 0 in combat power, this will give me 1, but I really like the life. So I'm going to take this away, and then I'm going to draw 1 card from the deck. Okay, it's a 0. Exactly what I need to beat the challenge. Also, I get 2 life, so I add the 2 lives here into my life pool. And also, I take this card and add it to my discard deck, like so. And now I can continue explore. I take 2 cards, like so. Oops, this is upside down. So, which one I'm going to take? Okay, I'm going to take this card, so I take this away. And I get 1 card. So let's see. Aha, it was distracted, a -1. This means I lost the challenge. So now I have 2 choices. I can pay a food to take 1 more card if I want. If not, I have to pay the difference in food, so I pay 1. And coincidentally, it's just 1 cost for this card, so I can remove this card from the game, put it back in the box. And this way he has learned from his mistakes and it won't happen again. So this way I can cull bad cards from the draw deck, and that is good. But if I go through this deck too fast, I add aging cards to it, and those are very bad. You don't want to have those in here, and you want to be prepared with the cards that can help you destroy or remove these aging cards. The game continues until you complete this exploration deck, and you see here, then you change the status. You go from green to yellow. And now you have to think about the yellow numbers on the card, not the green one. You still have the same amount of cards to draw, but you need a greater value to win this challenge. And the red challenge is even harder. Still, same number of cards. After you have beaten the red one, if you are able to, you have to fight both these pirates and win against them. And they have exactly the same mechanism. They have a number of cards you're able to draw, and the value you need to beat this pirate. So in this case, you have the remaining hazards decks. These called hazards or exploration deck. The red one levels here, you just sum it up, and you sum it up. Sorry, you sum up the cards you're allowed to draw, and you sum up the red levels here. And here you have 9 cards to draw, and you need to beat 22 and a special rule at the bottom. So there's so many things to think about in this game. It's easy to get eager and discard all the bad cards here, so you have to draw, shuffle it many times, or get too many of these cards, so you lose control of what's in here, and you may have too many of this and too less of this, and you also have to have control of the life pool, because if you're out of life, you're out of options, because life gives you options. They gives you options to discard cards, even cards you have won, or you can use life to draw additional cards than the challenge allows. So there are so many things to think about in this game. Friday is designed by Friedman Friese. He is very known for Power Grid or Funkenschlag. I really don't like that game, but this one I like a lot. I like it a lot. I really enjoy this game. It's a deck builder, which is kind of my favorite mechanism in the game anyway, but it's done in a very nice way, a meaningful way, a thematic way. You really feel the theme coming through here. He's dumb, he's stupid, and you go against a tiger and he finds, oh look, a distraction over there instead of the tiger coming from you there. So the theme works very well, and you understand that he will unlearn the mistakes he did, or learn from mistakes and learn some new skills, and it gets stronger and stronger throughout the game, and it makes sense. And at the end you just fight the pirates. I haven't read Robinson Crusoe, so I don't know if there's pirates there, but it really makes sense in this game anyway. So it is a good, solid game, which is very challenging. I played it at least 50 times now, and it's still on the hardest part, of course, but I get so often close to the end, and I've done a mistake on the way. I'm having 1 health too little, or I took too much of this card and I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. So every time I play this game and I lose, I find out, oh, what did I did wrong this time? And yeah, it totally makes a lot of it's a good quality game, that's what I'm saying. But before you just go around and buy it, the rules in this game are actually quite horrible. They are written in such a way that it's very easy to miss a rule and do some mistakes that aren't intentional. So the first time I played this game, I was totally beat down. How is this possible? It doesn't make sense. And I read the rules back and forth, and okay, I try this, and this is how it works. Of course, it makes sense now. But you have to make sure that you get the rules wrong. I checked on the web as well. There are many people who do a mistake the first time they play. So there are, of course, videos on the web that can help you to learn to play this game. I almost taught you myself just now, but yeah, this is a very nice game if you just get over this small hurdle of the rulebook. So I highly recommend Friday if you want a good one-player game, which takes roughly half an hour with setup and cleanup. Very nice game. I highly enjoy this one. Okay. Okay, thanks for now, and as always, please take it into my Patreon account at patreon.com/talkras, where you can support me, and you can also affect which games I'm going to review in the future. So I really appreciate the supporters I have now. Thank you so much, and I hope I get more supporters as well. And please spread the word if you like these videos and of this game. And yeah, I hope I see you next time. Okay, see ya.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.